Hello everyone, this is Mr. Tim from Mr. Tim's class, and we are going to continue with Chapter 5, Lost Bohemia, written by Timothy MacDonnell. And it is available at Amazon.com if you're interested in purchasing it. I am also posting some of these videos on my YouTube channel. That's under Lost Bohemia, the book. So I might just do a few more of these summaries and highlights here, and then the rest of my highlight videos will be at the other YouTube channel. All right, so Chapter 5, Bill meets some more people. If you're not too sure who Bill is, go back and look at my other videos. He meets somebody new. So he asks her name. Diane Frigas, Jonathan's girlfriend. I'm also a lawyer. Great! What type of law are you practicing? I glanced at Diane, then at Jonathan. Criminal law. Strictly criminal law. We're concerned about the arrogant, egotistical types who exploit and damage the poor and downtrodden. It's time for some oneness, he said. Diane suddenly cried out, Give me your poor, huddled masses. Opportunity and equality for all. The dawning of the global village. She took a deep breath. Never been done. Not yet. Jonathan spoke. Wait, you're not an elitist, right? Your plays are for everyone. The proletariat, the masses, the folk. I should be asking, but you're Annette's friend. But I need to know if you're cool. He's cool, said Annette, wiping down the counter. Jonathan laughed. Diane looked and began laughing after she saw him laughing. I know, but I figured you weren't the elitist sort, he said. Elitists have ruined the world, preached Diane. They're the ones who think they're these creators with all their egotistical ideas and think they're better than others. They don't love. They're the ones who are preventing the creation of the global village. I didn't like the sanctimonious tone in her voice. All right, so I'll stop there. And interesting, now we're starting to get some sort of theme, central theme in this book, right? It's coming out again. Yeah, she says she's a lawyer helping out, poor people. But she's talking about arrogant, egotistical types, exploitation. I mean, stuff that we've heard time and time again. And, obviously we're against exploitation, but the rhetoric continues, right? And a lot of people who say that rhetoric are the opposite. And you're going to find out later that Jonathan and his girlfriend Diane are very wealthy. They're certainly not poor. They don't care about the poor. They say they do, but they don't. So you start seeing some hypocrisy. Time for oneness. Like, well, what does that mean? But that's something you hear a lot of. Oneness. She mentions the global village. Something else that you hear a lot about. I heard this years ago. So a lot of people still say this stuff. And of course, the people who talk about the global village, they live in gated communities. They don't talk to poor people. They're isolated and segregated from others. So there you have it. This thing about elitist, you're not an elitist, right? Like back here, they say you're not a elitist. And it's interesting how he says your plays are for everyone. He doesn't talk about regular folks, working people maybe. He says the proletariat. We've heard that before, far left. The masses. The folk. All right? Yeah. Adolf Hitler and his friends talk about the folk a lot. So, who these people are. They're not really artists. They're like activists. And, are you cool, right? Hey, are you hip? Are you cool? Yeah, so very, interesting. Some of these people that Bill meets and they start laughing. It's kind of like a giggle. Elitists have ruined the world. And you kind of wonder, well, who are these elitists? Who have ruined the world? Yeah, maybe artists are elitists. I mean, when you look back, we'll explore this later in the book, but when you look at the greatest artists and creators in the world, well, I guess they have been elitists of some sort, and they have ruled the world. The great artists of the past, the great preachers of the past, in a lot of different cultures. It's not just a Western culture thing. I mean, in the end, this guy hates Western culture, but you could say that about any culture. Some of the great leaders, artists, musicians of the past. They think they are these creators with their egotistical ideas. What does that mean? Maybe some of these capitalists are egotistical. Maybe this person saying that is egotistical. And it's interesting how she was so sanctimonious, like she knows more than we do, and she is righteous. She can tell us what to do. So then you wonder, is this about helping the poor and downtrodden, or is it about power, your power, projection, saying these people are elitist, they're egotistical, they're arrogant, when you're talking about yourself? So, very interesting stuff. We're starting dealing with society. It's not just these characters Bill meets. It's really a reflection of our greater world and our great modern society. So interesting. Tell me what you think. Comments, DM, text. And until then, until tomorrow or the next day.